Welcome to Launching the Pilot with your hosts Kevin and Brian.
Launching the Pilot, episode 166. And I'm joined by Kevin.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Randall and Hopkirk, Deceased.
We are.
Which is its title.
Yes. I don't care what IMDb say.
Yeah. That's what I've always known it.
Yeah.
You can keep whatever it is, My Partner the Ghost.
Yeah.
Which is the USA title.
I know. How weak is that?
Yeah.
My partner the ghost. Was that your wife?
Yeah, you don't really see her. She's quite pale.
Yeah.
Could be about anything.
Yes. I have got a wife. She's invisible.
Lives in Canada. So this was 69 to 71.
Yep.
26 episodes.
It was.
One season.
I know. It's unusual. It's very unusual for an English thing to have that many
episodes for one season.
Yeah.
You're expecting 6.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, 26 episodes should be like 5 seasons.
Yeah. Well, certainly 3.5, 4, because it isn't it usually it's 8.
Yeah.
So 8 is a series.
Yeah.
But no. Well, I do remember watching this again. I don't remember this episode at all.
No, I didn't either.
But I do remember seeing it back in the dim distant.
Yeah. I mean, they'd throw episodes here, there, and everywhere on, and you catch you because it's not really episodical, so you don't.
No.
But
no,
I mean,
each one's pretty standalone.
Yeah,
so.
But you need the start point.
That's it. Yeah, you couldn't just parachute in this from nowhere, knowing nothing about it, and then wonder why these two blokes are talking and nobody could see one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy in the yellow suit. But no, it was. Let's say I remember it. I think it used to be when they had to pull things for.
Yes.
For some reason they couldn't show the existing programme. This was one of the stand-to ones that was right by the video machine that they could slot in. But yeah. No, as I say, I do remember watching it.
Listen, Carry On Henry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's only if they had a big time slot to film.
Yeah.
You know, it was a football match or something that wasn't going on. That used to appear.
Well, that was our local cinema when it was the Odeon Flea Pit.
Yeah.
That was their backup movie in case anything went wrong.
Oh right.
That's what they kept all the time already.
Yeah, that's right. I know you've all come to see Star Wars, or you've come to even worse. Yeah, you've come to see Emmanuel. Have Carry On Henry instead.
So this one's called My Late Lamented Friend and Partner.
Yeah.
God, what title.
I know, it's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
We've got Mike Pratt as Jeff Randall.
Yes.
And Keith Coop as Marty Hopkins.
Yep.
And Annette Andre, I think, as Jean Hopkirk.
Yeah, Jeannie Hopkirk, yeah. Yeah, they're the main recurring characters.
Yeah, they're the three main people.
Yeah, basically. And
it starts off with Randall.
Yeah.
And he's watching someone leave an apartment. Or house.
Yeah. This sort of got. It's like one of the really expensive mews in London because the roads are about 3 times the width of anywhere else.
Yeah.
The houses are wide.
Yes, and they're all Georgian, aren't they?
Really sort of like the proper proper Georgian mews.
Don't give much change from 10 million.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got all these massive houses, and almost directly opposite this house, there's a road, and parked right on the corner of that turning is an old white Vauxhall Victor with this scruffy-looking bloke sitting in it, watching a house that's got a Rolls Royce parked outside it.
That's right, yes.
And You know, not suspicious at all.
No. And he waits for the guy to leave, then he enters the abode.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then we find out that he is actually this Jeff Randall, a private eye, and he's working for this.
Yeah.
This
a woman.
You said it, sir.
He is indeed, and she's in bed.
She is in bed.
Yeah, helping herself to a cup of tea.
Yeah. She tells me, it's not a hangover.
Yeah, it's not a hangover or anything like that.
I'm frail.
Yeah, I'm frail. I have a heart condition.
Yeah, weak heart.
Weak heart.
That's not going to play into it at all.
No, absolutely. We just thought that'd bring that in straight away.
And Randall has pictures of her husband with floozies.
Yeah, in compromising positions with sort of like all sorts of...
Ladies of the night, maybe?
Yeah, well, you say that. Yeah. I couldn't possibly comment.
I wouldn't know what they look like.
No.
Is that you, Mr. Randall?
Good morning.
Forgive me for receiving you in bed. I'm feeling rather frail this morning.
I sometimes feel that way myself.
It's not a hangover, if that's what you think. I've trouble with my heart. Not the romantic kind. What's your news? Hasn't dear John got a surprise coming to him? There's nothing that tycoon of mine can do about it. He can't fix the divorce courts. He won't mind losing me. But losing control of the firm, that'll really break his heart.
Why should he lose control of the firm?
My father founded steel presses. I'm the major shareholder. I have the controlling interest.
If you take some impartial advice, Mrs. Sorensen, don't mix your marriage up with business.
I didn't hire you as a business consultant, Mr. Randall.
My advice is free.
Free advice is rarely worth having.
And good advice is rarely taken. Good morning, Mrs. Sorensen. I'll send my account.
We'll talk about it when you've cooled down, shall we?
John, I've been cooled down for a long time now. Funny you never noticed it.
You may be able to divorce me, but you can't take the company away.
Can't I? I've had expert advice.
Then you're quite determined?
Yes. And your nasty bulldozing methods will get you nowhere.
You underestimate me.
And what does that mean?
And she wants a divorce.
Yes, that's it. So she says, right, okay, that's it. I'm seeing my solicitor in the morning. I'll need you there. So that we can sort of both tell him what's going on.
It's not just the divorce and half his money.
Yes.
It's also the company.
It's the company.
Because the company's hers, isn't it?
Yeah, because he brings it up, doesn't he? He says something like, he says, oh, well, it will cost him a fair amount of money, but you can't do anything about the business. And she says, well, actually, it was my dad's business, so it's mine.
Yeah.
So, basically she's got him by the short and curly ones.
Yeah.
But then,
she confronts her husband later.
That's right, and he says, oh, you want a divorce and all this lot.
That's fine,
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm having the company, and she says, oh, no,
you're not. And he goes, don't underestimate me.
Yeah, so you could almost have had the come in then, couldn't you?
He had a moustache to 12.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if only. Instead, he had his sort of like his monk's tonsure around the side of his head that he could twirl.
Then the husband goes and rings a number. He rings 067 6750.
Yeah, it's all like the Friends hotline.
Gay priests.
Yeah. The party in a can. But no, it's
some sort of code number. They said.
Yeah, and then they come back with a completely different number.
Yeah.
And then he says, no, I was looking for something like 90448.
Yeah, it's all code
with
numbers.
letters in it and everything as well. It's proper spy.
And they say,
code.
oh, we'll ring you back in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You got to pay first.
Yeah. That's absolutely, because they ring back. Yeah, they ring back and they ask him what he wants, who put him in touch with them.
Yeah.
And what he wants, and he just says the usual. So they say, right, okay, we'll meet you in 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, 15 minutes on the corner or
that's right.
street.
It's got to be, you've got to pay in cash.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like, well, but everybody has enough sort of like to pay off, because he goes to a safe, doesn't he? He goes to a wall safe, but he comes out with a little wad. But then I'm thinking, well, in the 60s, that's probably an awful lot of money.
Yeah. It's probably like a tenner.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in change.
Yeah.
But
6 7 6 7 5
Oh.
067650.
Sorry, I was calling 9948000.
Were you? What's your number?
Vincent 7542.
Then stay right there. We'll ring you back.
Yes?
You were calling 9948000?
That's right.
Who gave you that number?
A friend.
What was it you wanted?
Your usual service?
We like our fees paid in advance.
So I understand.
Be waiting on the corner of Brook Street and Hanover Square in exactly 15 minutes. You wear a hat?
Yes.
Good. Bring an umbrella. Do you own a pocket watch?
Yes, I have one.
Then wait with your hat resting on the top of the umbrella and consult your pocket watch 3 times.
Now the wife, in a separate scene here, she phones up Randall, but she gets Hopkirk.
Yeah.
And Hopkirk, he's out of town, he won't be back till tomorrow. She says, I really need him to come over to discuss these...
Yeah, to sort of like meet the solicitor.
Give the case notes over to my solicitor and stuff. He goes, well, I'm fully versed in the case, I'll come over.
Yeah.
I'm afraid Mr. Randall isn't back yet. Can I help? I'm his partner, Marty Hopkirk.
Yes. Would you tell him I'd like him here at 10 in the morning to meet my solicitor?
Oh, dear. I'm afraid I can't. He'll be out of town. Hang on a minute. It's all right, Mrs. Sorensen. I can come myself. Yes, I'll be able to give your solicitor all the information he needs.
Good. Then I'll see you at 10 o'clock, Mr. Hopkirk.
So, yeah, that's it. Then it goes to the next morning, and...
I've got the intro.
That's right, yes, sorry, yeah.
Which is maps of London overlaid, and I don't know, it seems to have no relevance, but...
No, it's just to break it up and pad it out, I think. But then, it goes, and it must be the next morning, because she's getting into the bath.
Yeah, and Hopkirk arrives 5 minutes early.
He arrives, so she's getting into the bath, then he arrives, and the footman lets him in, sort of thing, and then he says, oh, you're early. He says, oh, yeah, I'm 5 minutes early to everything, absolutely everything. And then...
wife bath time.
Yeah, she gets into the bath.
Yeah.
Then you see there's a wire comes in through the window.
To the bath.
Yeah, the window frame, doesn't it? It goes...
Yes.
And then there's a guy outside in a sort of park, literally right outside the house in an electrical works van.
Yes, all grey, and he's wearing grey overalls.
And he's got the other end of this wire, and he's attached it to like the old what they used to stun fish with.
Yeah.
Like a massive electrical switch.
Yes, that's it.
So you see him throw the switch.
Yeah, I like it. He checks his watch. Should be in the bath.
Yeah.
He's washing their feet now.
That's it. Yeah. And he throws the switch, and you hear this scream, and it cuts back inside the house.
Yes.
And Hopkirk and the runs up. The footman is already there, isn't he? He runs up and he says, "Oh, I can't get in. She's not answering the door." So they smash the door down.
Yeah.
But it cuts to the inside of the bathroom, and you see the wire disappearing.
Snakes the way out.
Yeah.
As the man winds it back up, and it's gone.
Yeah.
No trace.
No. So they go in, and it's quickly determined
that she is in
the bath.
She's
dead. He's dead, Chuck. Dead. The man is dead. He's dead. He's dead.
He's dead, sir.
She's dead, Chuck.
that
we got there in the end.
Yeah.
But so and so he goes over and he looks out the window, doesn't he? Because he sees the hole. He sees the hole, and he looks down and he sees the electrician guy at the back of the van, because there's a group of kids.
Yes, right. They're playing outside. Yeah.
They're playing right outside by this van, and he's just shutting up the van.
Yeah.
To go. So he's, it's one of those chin stroking moments where
he's trying to put two and two together.
Yeah, he's doing his Sherlock bit.
No, I like the husband arrives home.
Yeah.
And oh dear, the doctor's there. No, never mind, your wife's dead.
Yeah.
I've left the certificate on the sideboard. No problem. No police. No nothing.
No, that's it.
Fine.
Yeah. Off you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
but Hopkirk is still around.
That's right. Yeah, because
he says, "Who are you?" He goes, "Oh, it's some detective agency. I was hired by your wife."
Yeah, that's right. So he says, "Oh, you're the one that's been meddling in my affairs."
Yes, he does indeed.
Yeah. So.
But then he views from the bathroom window that Hopkirk is chatting to the kids and taking notes. And
yes, that's right. I don't like the look of that. So he gets back on the phone again.
Yeah, he does. 676.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
now, Jean rings Hopkirk at the office, and he says, I'm on my way, I'll be home in...
That's right, because...
It's late something.
Because Randall... It cuts back to the office, doesn't it? And Hopkirk's there working. It's obviously dark outside.
Yeah.
He's in there working with paperwork and things like this. Randall comes in, and he says something about, what you're worrying about. He's money, like always. It's always money. But he's just about to say about his concerns about what's happened.
Yeah.
Because he's deeply suspicious over it. Then the phone rings. Jeannie is on, and he says, "Right, okay, I'm not supposed to be here. Tell her I'm on my way. I'm leaving now."
Yes, it.
So.
And because Randall, Jeff Randall, he chats to Jeannie for a bit. They're obviously friends.
Yeah.
And she says, "Oh, I don't see you anymore."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
that sort of stuff. I think so. Yeah, they're friends.
Yeah.
You're still here? Doing the accounts. I'm worried.
When weren't you?
This business is falling apart, Jeff.
It's the time of year, Marty.
Do you know, I lie awake at nights worrying about the future. I've no savings, nothing. If anything happened to me, what would poor Jeannie do?
Poor Jeannie would have 50% of the business. You know I'd look after her. Don't be morbid, Marty. Oh, did you collect from Mrs. Sorensen?
No.
Why not?
She's dead.
She's what?
Weak heart.
That's very convenient for Sorensen.
Yeah. Do you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't given a helping hand.
How do you mean?
Well, it's nothing that could be proved, but while I was there in the bathroom...
Randall and Hopkirk. Jeannie, how are you? Listen, I never see you. Well, next time you're uptown, drop in, eh? Yeah, he's here.
Hello, Jeannie, you all right?
Of course I'm all right.
You sure?
Quite sure.
That's good. I'm on my way, right now. I'll see you tomorrow, Jeff.
Sure. Ciao, Marty. Does that man of yours ever relax? Listen, I mean it. I never see you.
Well, I've been pretty busy, Jeff.
Well, not that busy. Have I offended you?
Or something.
No, of course not. It's just that... Well, Marty gets a bit jealous, that's all.
Of me? You're joking.
Well, he's like that. He can't help it.
Now Hopkirk is on his way home. He parks his little Mini.
That's right, but on his way into... Because he pulls over to the curb, doesn't he? Because there's some...
It's a beatnik.
Yeah, that's I know. They kept calling him the Beat.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's odd, because he's just some sort of scruffy old musician with a guitar case.
That's right. They decided, they just got described.
And he tries to jump into the car, doesn't he?
Yeah, he says, just down the road.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm home. I'm here already, he goes.
Yes,
There's no lift for you.
No, so he gets back out again. Yeah. And then he parks his car up, walks out of the garages, doesn't he? And he goes to cross the road. He looks both ways. Yeah. There's nothing coming. And then he starts crossing the road, and this big black car just comes out of nowhere. Doesn't touch him.
No. But it does run him over.
It does run him over. Yeah, it doesn't touch him. He's in the road. This car drives off, then all of a sudden, for no apparent reason, veers off over to the other side of the road, stops.
Yeah.
Just so happens that the musician magically appears beside that.
Yeah, jumps in.
As he's trying to drive off and says, "Oh, no, you don't," as if he's going to stop him.
Yeah, because he was saying, "Oh, I think you've hit him. You better stop." You know?
Yeah, and so the car tries to reverse off.
But the guy's got a gun.
Yeah, so he grabs hold of the steering wheel. All of a sudden, you see this gun appear by his face. He says, "All right, then."
Let's go.
Yeah. But as they're driving, he does the old switcheroo, doesn't he?
Yeah, he takes the gun.
Yeah, because obviously the guy driving must be looking at him.
Yeah.
So he does the... shocked face as if he's about to hit something. So matey looks forwards. Yeah. He grabs the gun, turns it on him, and says, "Right, okay, keep going, keep going."
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you hear this voice say, "What do you want?"
Yeah.
He says, "Oh, we'll sort that out in a minute."
Then we've got a funeral for Hopkirk.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. And then.
Then. Yeah, they're a little bit sad.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they glossed over in a moment.
Yeah, Randall's back at his place.
Yeah, I was going to say, for somewhere, for a pair of struggling, they both got their own places, and Randall's one has staff downstairs. Yeah, so like
there's a switchboard.
Yeah, it's got a switchboard, and there's obviously a security guy or something else sitting in there, because he he phones down to the switchboard guy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What's his name? Del? Sid, sorry, yes. He says, Sid, no calls tonight, don't put anything through, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I've had a rough day.
Looks at his clock.
Yeah.
It's midnight. So all of a sudden his phone rings.
It does, indeed.
So he picks it up, says hello.
It's Hopkirk.
And it's Hopkirk, and he's all sort of like, as if he's talking through water, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's all like slightly distant voice.
He says, you must come right away. You must see me. You must come right away. He just puts it down.
Yeah.
$3864, Randall.
So you're back at last. Where have you been? Look, you must come down here right away.
Marty, where are you?
What do you think I am?
Who is this?
Me, of course, Marty. Jeff, I know this must be a bit of a shock, but I've got to talk to you.
Look, I don't know who you are, and I'm sure you're having a big laugh. But I don't find this very funny.
That's right, yeah, and then the second one, it rings again.
So he records it this time?
No, he records it on about the fourth attempt, doesn't he? Yeah.
It's because I was on a while, yeah.
Yeah, because the second one, he says, you've got to come and meet me. And he says, Marty, where are you? He says, you know where I am.
Yeah.
So he slams that's why he slams the phone down. He does it the third time. Then he records it.
Yeah.
He records this whole conversation with him, and then basically tells him to bugger off.
Yes.
He says, not funny, he was a really good friend of mine. Not funny. Go away.
He rings the old reception.
He rings Sid again.
He says, look, I said no more calls. He goes, that means no more. You've left me plugged in or something.
Yeah.
From the line. He says, no, I didn't.
Yeah, he says,
well, listen to this.
And so he plays himself talking.
Yeah, only him. He can only hear himself.
Yeah. And then...
there's a knock on the door. And it's Sid. He's come up to check on him.
Yeah, see if he's okay.
And he says, look, you've had a stressful day. You just need a good night's sleep. That's all it is. He tells Jeff, it'll be better in the morning.
Yeah, that's it. So then...
the window blows open.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, because the clock's showing 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's like the Christmas Carol, isn't it?
Yeah.
The window opens and the wind blows through and you... and then he's in bed and he gets up and he's obviously supposed to be sleepwalking.
Yeah, it's like a trance-like state.
Yeah.
That he also drives in.
Yeah. I was going to say, I've got down here. He's got nice gym jams. He's got sort of like yellow silky pyjama trousers. He puts his flip-flops and coat on.
Yeah.
And then he's driving, and they're doing the pretty much. The way that they suggest that anybody's driving is that they've got two people outside the car pushing it from side to side. And then he rocks up at the graveyard, doesn't he?
He's in the cemetery and...
it's all misty, and all of a sudden Hopkirk appears in his bright yellow suit.
It's white, isn't it? Well, it's cream. It's supposed to be a cream suit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
It's supposed to have a white shirt and a white tie, but a cream suit.
Right, okay.
Obviously, to symbolise the dead.
It looked yellow on my phone.
It was supposed to be yellow, actually.
Was it?
Originally,
right.
Yeah. But...
you'll probably find that the old colour systems couldn't cope with a proper yellow. But yeah, so...
He tells him he was murdered.
Yeah, it was murder.
And he says, no, the police say it's an accident.
Yeah. That's it. They've already got the girl. They
have a girl
who did it. Yeah, Misty Lee.
Yeah,
something like that.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, he says no, it definitely wasn't. It was a bloke in a big black sedan.
Yes, it. And he says you've got to investigate.
Yeah.
He goes, but I've got to go back to the grave before sunrise. There's some little rhyme there as well in there.
Yeah.
Before the sun rises and you must make a ghost out
back
of
to
you.
your grave. Yeah, back to your grave. Or
back to your grave, yeah.
Get on.
Jeff, I'm sorry. It was selfish of me. I never thought you'd be so scared.
You're not dead. Then who's in...
Of course I'm dead.
You mean you're a ghost?
I suppose I am, really. Look, pull yourself together. It's only me.
It's not happening. It's not happening. I'll wake up in a minute. I know I will. I'll wake up and...
You are awake.
I am...
See?
Why don't you stay dead like anyone else?
Jeff, how can I? How can I lie there, quiet in my grave, while my murderer goes free?
Murder? It was an accident, Marty.
Cold-blooded murder.
It might have been dangerous driving, but...
Look, I was there. He swung right across the road to get me. I saw the car. It was a black saloon. You must go to the police, tell them they've got a murder on their hands.
On what evidence?
Eyewitness evidence. I was there.
On the evidence of the ghost of my dead partner. Yeah, they'll like that. Hey, let me touch you.
No, you better not, Jeff.
Why not?
Well, you're scared enough as it is. Your hand will go right through me, Jeff. So you want my murderer to get away with it?
There were no witnesses.
Treating it as hit and run, are they?
Yes, they think they found the driver, a girl, a singer. Her name's Happy Lee.
It wasn't her.
Did you see the driver then?
No, I was blinded by the headlights.
Well...
Fine friend, you are.
Well, who'd want to kill you?
I don't know. Sorensen, maybe.
Sorensen? Anyway, I don't know why you want my help. I would have thought with your connections.
No, I haven't reported yet. I mean, once I do, that's the end. There's no coming back. Listen, Jeff. You must talk to Sorensen, then. Hello. I must go.
Why?
It'll be light soon.
So?
Afore the sun shall rise anew, each ghost unto his grave must go. I'll see you tonight.
I'll do my best, Marty.
Poor Jeannie. What will happen to her now that I've gone?
You mean what'll happen to her now that you've come back?
Oh, she won't see me. Nobody will. You're the only one, Jeff. I chose you.
Thanks.
I mean, apart from the odd manifestation, nobody will see me. Besides, it would frighten her. No, I chose you, Jeff. You're the one. You're the only one, Jeff. I chose you.
So, yeah, it cuts to the next morning.
Yeah.
It's... Randall meets Sorensen.
Yes.
Who's the husband, and questions him. He looks quite shifty. He's giving it a big one, and then he says, well, I know full well it was you that organised it. Where were you on this? And he says, yeah, this is obviously the day after his wife's died.
Yeah.
He's given a speech to the Scottish Steelmasters.
That's what I've got. That's it. Do you want a speech? They're probably a quite comforting group.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they sound like it. It sounds like a sort of like.
And he doesn't own a black sedan anyway.
No. But
I've got Mr. So-and-so.
Oh,
I've not called the name. But
yeah.
Sorensen. He was
Sorensen. Yeah. But he says because he says, oh no, but you got in touch with a certain organisation.
Yeah.
And that's when he sort of like looks shifty, doesn't he? His eyes start going side to side. You know, the secret squirrel look.
Yeah. Now Randall, he goes to see Misty Lee.
Yeah.
It's not Rusty Lee, is it?
No.
Rusty Lee.
No, that's a very different person.
All right. And she says, I didn't do it. She was given this sad beatnik lift.
Yeah,
but she'd had enough of him by this stage.
Yes.
And she said, oh, I'm going to get some coffee, you better get out. So when he gets out, she drives off and leaves him there.
That's right, yeah. Because she said she'd driven from Manchester or somewhere, and at the bottom of the M1, she was feeling tired, so she needed someone to speak to. So she let this... And he was obviously worse than falling asleep, cracking and burning.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she did. She dumped him. And that's obviously outside Hopkirk's flats.
Yes.
So she says, she describes him.
Yes.
And then all of the phone rings, and it's the police. There's been a development.
There has.
She's got to go back to the station.
And Randall says, "Can I come with you?" She says,
yeah, absolutely.
Miss Lee?
Yes?
I'm Randall. Marty Hopkirk was my partner.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Would you like to come in?
Thank you.
Like a drink?
No, thanks.
I didn't run him down, Mr. Randall, if that's what you came to ask.
No.
I did drive past the place where he was killed that night. About the time of the accident, too. Must have happened after I passed. I guess someone saw my car and reported it.
Maybe the driver who did it. Did you have anyone with you?
No. I'd just come off the motorway, and there was this sad-looking beat standing there. Felt kind of sorry for him, you know, with his battered old guitar case. And I'd come all the way from Manchester, and I wanted someone to talk to keep me awake. Well, he had plenty to say for himself. He was beginning to get tiresome. So I decided to dump him. I said I wanted some coffee. I stopped. He got out, and I took off without him. And it was right where the accident happened.
Then you have got a witness.
The police think I invented him.
Why? Has he disappeared?
They'll find him if they want to. I gave them a description. He said he lived somewhere in the Paddington area. Well, the next thing I knew, a police car cut in and stopped me and asked me how I got the bump on my offside wing. You know, I hadn't even seen it until they mentioned it. Well, that must have sounded pretty feeble. They didn't believe me. Then they took me down to the station. They think I'm lying, but they can't prove it. What do you think? Hello? Yes? Yes? Right. That was the police again. They want me to go down to the station. There's been a further development.
A development?
Uh-huh.
Can I come with you?
Please yourself?
So anyway, they get to the station and the police show her a photo of the musician. Or the beat, she called him, didn't she? Yeah. Then I've written here, I've worked it out, obviously, as Beatnik.
Nick, yeah.
And she says, yeah, that's him.
That's the
him.
one. Yeah.
But all of a sudden, they open the door.
Yeah.
And he walks in.
Yeah.
And he says, the policeman says to him, oh, do you recognise this woman? And he says, no, but I would if I'd seen her before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to recognise her.
Yeah.
And then...
and they said, oh, look, we've traced Mr. Beatnik's steps.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was nowhere near there.
He was nowhere near there at the time in
but
question.
That's him.
That's definitely him.
They tend to trust him more than they trust her.
Yeah.
Have you ever met this young lady?
I wish I had.
Let's cut the funny stuff, huh?
Have you ever seen her before?
I'm hardly likely to have forgotten her.
Yes or no?
No.
He's lying.
I think you're mistaken, Miss Lee.
No, I am not. He's lying.
We checked Mr. Hendy's movements. He was not in that vicinity on Wednesday night.
But that's him. That's the man.
So, then he's back to...
He goes to
Jeannie's,
yeah.
And she gets him in, offers him a cup of tea.
Yeah, his shoes are all wet.
His shoes are all wet, yeah. Said, oh, go on, put these slippers on. So he puts them on, and he says, oh, hang on a second, these are Marty's slippers. Yeah. She says, oh, it's all right, he don't need them anymore.
Have a sit down.
That's Marty's chair. Well, he's not going to use it, is he? So anyway, they have a chat for sort of a moment, and then all of a sudden there's the wind. Yeah. And he's there.
It's Hopkirk. He says, don't forget, Jeff, only you can see me.
Yeah, she can't see me.
Yeah. I chose you out of everyone.
Yeah.
As the person who can see me.
Yeah, that's it. And she's saying to him something about letting her down, and he's Randall, he's apologising for letting her down. And he says, tomorrow definitely.
Yeah, definitely we'll do it
tomorrow. And that's when sort of Hopkirk,
he says,
Marty,
got to go. Yeah.
Says, right, we need to go now.
Yeah.
So anyway, as they get outside, he said, well, it didn't take you long, did it?
Yeah. Slippers,
he says,
chair.
with my wife. He said, what's this about you doing tomorrow? He says, well, actually, we're going to look at a stone. He says, what, getting engaged? He says, no, actually, your gravestone.
Headstone, yeah.
He says, oh, what's it like? Has it got an inscription? Yes, it has. And it's, was it faithful to the end or something?
That's right.
He says, that's nice. Is it going to be a poem as well? He said, no, just that. Oh, that's all right then. He says, and we're going to get you some flowers. He says, oh, what sort of flowers? He said, we're going to get you lilies. He says, no, I don't want lilies. They're morbid.
Fine. Where shall we meet then? Jeff? Jeff, what's the matter?
She can't see or hear me. I told you, Jeff, you're the only one.
So you did?
What?
Nothing. Nothing. Come on, we've got work to do. I've got to be going, Jeannie.
Jeff, what's wrong?
Well, I'm dead beat, and you need some sleep. And I think I'll go home and get some kit. It's all right, I'll see myself out.
All right.
Good night.
Good night. Jeff, you sure there's nothing wrong?
Nothing.
Well, you'll try not to let me down again tomorrow.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Good night, Jeff.
Good night.
What was all that about?
What?
You're making yourself at home, aren't you?
Oh, Marty.
Sitting there in my chair with my slippers on, it's not showing proper respect.
Oh, don't be daft.
I mean, I'm not cold in my grave yet.
Don't talk like that.
Why not?
I don't like it.
And what's this date you have with her tomorrow? My wife.
Well, if you must know, we're going to see the stone.
Oh, you're getting engaged, are you?
The gravestone.
Oh. Really? What's she got in mind?
She was thinking of a little something in white marble.
I mean to put on it.
Name, inscription.
What inscription?
She's thinking of faithful until death.
Yes, that's nice. I like that. Nothing else?
Lilies.
Oh, no, not lilies.
What's wrong with lilies?
They're morbid.
If Jeannie catches me out here talking to myself, we're both in trouble. Come on.
Apparently, the beatnik's been throwing money around like nobody's business.
Yes, he's been spending money like a sailor.
Yeah. A sailor on shore leave, yeah.
So
they go to visit Mr. Beatnik.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're discussing this girl and the musician, and he says, no, it was definitely a fella driving. He didn't see him because he had his lights on.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it.
No, I didn't either.
But, you know, it was definitely a fella. So, anyway, they go to, he knows...
Where he's staying.
So they go to this, what I presume is supposed to be a seedy hotel. There's like a...
£2 a night?
Yeah, well, it can't be that seedy. £2 a night.
Right. Money up front.
I know. But it's, because they go in, and as the door opens, the cat sort of like arches his back and hisses.
Yeah.
And runs off, because the fella's been asleep in the chair, hasn't he? They got the reception guy.
Porter, maybe.
Yeah.
So. But obviously you won't let them just wander in, so they have to book out a room.
Yeah, and he says, you know, is this bloke, and he says his name, I can't remember what it was, but he says, is he here? And says, well, I don't ask anybody's names.
Yeah.
So he starts looking through the book, and he wouldn't let him, so yeah, he's got to stay the night, £2.
And then go off into the rooms.
Yeah, that's right. So they go upstairs.
Yeah.
And they're standing there, and they're both looking at each other. And Randall says to Marty, well, where is he then?
Yeah.
He said, well, I don't know. He said, well, why don't you go and have a look?
Yeah, just glide through the walls and doors.
So how am I supposed to get in there? He says, well, you can't touch anything, so why don't you just walk through the door? So he walks up to it, he goes, boom.
Yeah.
He says, well, perhaps you have to really believe that you can do it. So he walks towards it a bit faster and bounces off it.
Yeah.
And then the next one, you know he's going through something because...
You do.
because... CGI being what it was then, as in there was no such thing as a C. It was basically two lots of film overlaid, but you could see that he was really milky in this one. Yeah. And he walked backwards through a wall.
Yeah.
Then he walked out of it and bumped into the door. But he said...
He did it. He said,
was he in there? Yeah, was he in there? What? He said, well, you were just in that room. Yeah. Was I?
Yeah.
He says, yeah, you walked backwards through the wall. So he did. He did it again. He walked backwards through the wall. And it's obviously some other fella in there.
Yeah.
But then he sort of like, he has like a light bulb moment in his head.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden he disappears and he reappears in the hallway.
Yeah.
And he says, oh, how'd you do that? He says, I don't know, but I can do it to wherever. So he goes through the rooms.
Saves on the special effects, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And then next thing you know, he's in the musician's room.
Yeah.
And he's got sort of like an empty or very nearly empty liquor bottle on the side, and he's looking sort of like pretty...
And, Jeff's got his lockpick kick out. It says opening the lock takes a while.
Yeah, it does take...
It's a lot of jingling. I don't know why it's trying to do it.
£2 a night hotel, I think the security's quite good.
But he keeps jiggling the knob as well. We're thinking, well, that's nothing to do with the lock.
No, so matey wakes up, doesn't he?
Yeah, he drinks the rest of the bottle.
Yeah.
Then he stands behind the door with the bottle
holding the bottle. Yeah.
But Marty in there, isn't he? So he says... So as Jeff opens the door a crack, his face
is there, isn't it?
He says, he's behind the door with a bottle.
Yeah. So he stands up and throws the door open, jumps in behind it and wrestles matey to the bed, doesn't he? And starts laying into him a bit.
Let's just say the beatnik talks his head off.
yeah, basically he spills his guts.
He does.
Yeah.
He got £500 to keep quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Hello, Jeff. He's standing behind the door with a bottle.
No, don't hit me.
We'll see about that. You saw an accident on Wednesday night, and you're going to tell me all about it.
Yes, anything you say.
Open this door. Get rid of him, Marty.
Right.
How? I don't know. Get rid of him.
Get rid of him?
Yeah.
Come on, open up.
I suppose you think I'm crazy.
No.
Now you're going to answer a few questions.
Ask them, just ask them. Please.
Come on.
He gets the address out of him, doesn't he? He
Yeah.
says he's on the Fulham Road, number 2B.
Yes. So they know what house to go to see this guy was driving the car. Yeah.
That's right. So they shoot round there.
Yeah.
And then they get there. Marty goes in first because they're standing outside and they can smell gas.
Yeah.
And Marty says, "Right, I'll go and have a look." And so like Randall stops him and says, "But you know," and he says, "Well, what's going to happen to him?"
Yeah.
So he goes in, and he can't touch the fire or anything, but he opens the window because there's a body by the gas fire.
Oh yeah.
So he opens the window, and he blows, because that's the thing as well, isn't it?
He can blow.
He can blow. He can really
It's
blow.
like at the hotel bit earlier. He could make the light go on and off as well.
That's right. Yes.
Because he had to distract the porter at one point. And
Yeah, and then once he's done that, and the porter is still there's some more people appear in the corridor, so he blows. It's like monkeys, sort of like blowing thing, wasn't it? Because it's like all of a sudden, it's like it's like this really strong wind, and everybody gets blown all over the place and everything. But yeah, so he does that to clear the gas a bit.
Yeah. Then Randall bursts in.
He bursts in,
Turns the gas off.
yeah, and he goes and have a look, and mate, he's what?
And Hop, he's oh yeah, I can do that, can't I?
Yeah. Seamless.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's dead, Chuck. Dead. The man is dead. He's dead. He's dead.
He's dead, sir.
She's dead, Chuck.
Yeah.
And so he picks up a piece of paper off the top of the mantelpiece.
Suicide note. Fake, obviously.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, it's fake, obviously."
And this guy, not only was he driving the car, he was the electrician, because Hopkirk.
Yeah, he says, "I recognise him. He was the electrician outside the house." So they surmise that basically, because the people that he works for worked out that he was seen on the last job, he's outlived his efficiency.
That's right.
And he's done for. So they do him in.
Yeah.
So then he goes
see so and so again.
Yeah. Sorensen. Yeah.
But their plan is, we can rattle him now.
Yeah. Because we know all this about him, but he knows nothing.
Yeah.
He don't know that we know that he knows that we know.
No, that's it.
So.
But you must see him at night, because you must go right now, because I can't be around in the day. Is Hopkirk saying?
Yeah. So he goes around there and he lays it all out for him, and he basically says, "I know exactly what you've done. I know who you've called. I know everything about it.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you 25 grand before lunchtime tomorrow in used £1 notes.
Or I'll go to the police.
Or I'll go to the police and
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So
Sorensen phones his friendly number again.
Yeah, absolutely. But
who are you going to call?
Yeah. But Marty's in the room.
He is. He's listening.
He's listening. So as soon as he's finished the phone call, he appears in the car outside.
He tells Jeff. Yeah.
He tells Jeff where to go, where they've got to go, where to meet. He says what's happening.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where they're meeting, but he's going to be picked up.
They've got a car plate number as well.
Yeah, they've got a registration number.
Yeah.
So he.
Waking me at this hour.
You didn't have to see me. Or does your conscience trouble you?
Conscience? Just what do you want, Randall?
I'll get to that. First, I'll tell you what I've got. Last Wednesday, when your wife said she was going to divorce you and throw you out of the company, you contacted a certain organization. For a very large sum of money, this organization agreed to kill your wife. In fact, murder her. Later, you discovered that my partner, Marty Hopkirk, suspected you. So you arranged to have him done away with as well.
Fantastic.
Isn't it? I'm sure we both want to keep the police out of this. That's the nice thing about being rich, isn't it, Sorensen? These things can be arranged.
I don't even begin to understand what you're talking about.
Marty Hopkirk left me a note telling me all about the electrician. That's why I'm here. We could go to the law, of course. I've got nothing to lose. You'd be taking all the chances.
What sort of arrangement were you thinking of?
25,000. You'll draw it from the bank in £1 notes first thing this morning, deliver it to me at noon. Either I collect, or I do my duty and go to the police. I'll be seeing you.
Now the sun's coming up.
Yeah, it is. He says, "Oh, I've got to go." He says, "You can't leave me."
You can't leave me by myself.
Yeah, I can't.
If anything happens to me, that's Jeannie all by herself. No one to look after her at all. He goes, "Oh, okay, I'll stay," because there's a curse.
Yeah,
curse if a ghost.
I can't remember what it is.
Curse will be the ghost who stays for the light of the day.
Yeah, the cursed light.
We can't remember all of it, but
you can't remember the rest of it, but you know something happens.
Yeah.
He's made a date with them in 20 minutes' time.
To arrange for my demise.
They gave him a number to contact. OYR 877F.
Sounds like a car number.
Oh, no.
What?
I clean forgot. The sun will be up in a minute.
So?
Well, I daren't stay.
Why not?
Well, you know the old rhyme. It goes, "Cursed be the ghost who dare to stay and face the awful light of day."
I don't care how it goes. Just because of some children's nursery rhyme, you're not going to leave me to the mercy of Sorensen and his thugs.
I can't risk it.
Well, what is this curse, anyway?
The awful light of... He shall not... I can't remember the rest of it.
Look, with you, I've got a chance. If you go, I'm dead.
It can't be helped, Jeff.
Well, you better think again. If they kill me, what about Jeannie?
Jeannie? Yes, you're right.
And then,
you must say.
Yeah, so basically there's a taxi.
Yeah.
And them. It's the only two cars on the road.
Yeah. I guess it's early.
Yeah. So they
London, not a busy town.
No. So they're hanging back a bit. They do find another car to get in between the two of them at one point. But then the black cab pulls up. They drive past and round the corner a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they jump out and run in front of where Sorensen's coming from, and he literally walks within 2 feet.
He is. He's 2 feet behind him. He's actually 2 feet behind. He could probably hear him breathing.
Yeah. Well, one of them anyway.
Yeah. But he's got he finds the number plate of the car.
The car, yeah. There's a Lotus Cortina.
Oh well.
Yeah, I know these things. But there's a Lotus Cortina parked across the road.
Yeah.
And he goes and gets in it, and they can see him talking. But they can't. So they decide he must have a radio. He must have a shortwave radio in it.
Yeah.
So
he says, "Hopkirk, can I have a listen?" He goes, "Oh, what?" He goes, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. So he appears in there, and he says he's looking around, and he says, he works out that they must be somewhere really close, but he can't see them.
Radio, yeah.
He can't see them. So anyway, he goes back to him, and he says, "Yeah, he's talking to him on the radio. They can see him.
Yeah,
so they're around here somewhere.
Yeah,
but he's organising to have you sort of like bumped off.
They've got shooters.
Yeah. So then they see Randall sneaking down the stairs.
Yeah.
In broad daylight, obviously.
It looked like it's all like that Barbican Centre. It reminded me of
it very much so. Yeah. Yeah, it probably was because they've got all the different staircases in different places. But so they come running down the same set of stairs that he was hiding the bottom of. And he says, "Oh, they've got shooters."
Yeah.
So he, Randall goes running off.
Yeah.
And then they jump in the car
and try to run him down, don't they?
They try to run him down, but I said, it must be the world's slowest car with the world's worst shooting, because you can hear, and it really is like a cap gun.
It's 0 to 60 in 4 hours.
Yeah. Eventually.
Yeah. Downhill.
Yeah. Like off the top of the Barbican.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and then.
But Hopkirk makes the wind come up.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of newspaper.
There's a bit of newspaper in the street, so he sticks it over the windscreen in front of the driver.
Yeah.
And it cuts away.
And it's crashed.
It's crashed. But literally, the bumper is just touching the lamppost.
No, it's not even touched it. You can see daylight through the lamppost and the bumper. Yeah. But the bonnet's up. So that means it's all over. Yeah,
basically. Yeah, but the thing is, forward that any sort of speed, that sort of car into a lamppost, it would have been halfway through the car. But as it is, they get out and they're sort of like they're bumbling around into each other. Then Randall's own car, with the number plates taken off and the blue light stuck in the middle of the roof, comes screeching round the corner, and 4 sort of like police jump out of it
and arrest the men.
They arrest everybody.
Everyone gets arrested apart from Randall and Hopkirk.
Yeah. So anyway, he says, "I remember the rhyme now."
Yes.
Because, that's right, they're back at the cemetery. They've just put the
stones. It's just been erected.
Been erected and everything. So they putting flowers on and everything.
Jeannie's there.
Yeah. So Randall sees him standing about 5 yards away, so he goes over to talk to him, and he says, "Oh, I remember the curse." He says, "I can't get back in."
No, I can't get back in now.
I tried, they won't let me in.
He goes, "I'm going to stick with you just until the curse is up." There is a date on there.
Yeah, he says, "Well, how long's that?" He says, 100 years.
100 years, then I'll be gone.
Yeah. Well, I hate to break it to you, but he looked about 50 then. He was probably early 30s at the time.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
But he'd had a hard paper round because he... But yeah, that's where it ends. But yeah.
What are you doing here, Marty? It's daylight. That old rhyme was right. I couldn't get back in again. I've been cursed. The grave rejected me. Look at her. Look at Jeannie. How she loves me.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm not going to stick around here. I'll come and help you. That way I'll be helping her.
This curse, it's not forever, is it?
No, not forever.
How long?
I've remembered the rest of the rhyme. He shall not to the grave return until 100 years be gone.
100 years?
100 years.
Very good.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed it.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, as ropey as it was, I really enjoyed it. It was, obviously, again, I say it again and again, but it's very difficult in the first episode to try and build backstories.
Yeah,
this one, you obviously see everything happen.
Yeah.
So
you need a backstory, you need the setup, you also need a plot for them to investigate.
Yeah,
so they've got to keep it.
It was a bit, the plot was a bit flimsy, a bit, everything seemed a bit rushed, but then when you think that they had to fit everything else in. But I do remember watching this and enjoying it.
Yeah, I remember watching, I don't remember ever seeing the first episode of this one.
No, I've never seen this episode.
I've definitely seen the series, yeah.
And the thing is, obviously, when we were watching it, everybody knew what it was.
Yes.
Because it had been on a few years before, so everybody knew one of them's dead.
Yeah.
And he's a ghost. So, it didn't take a genius to work out which one was which, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, so, no, it was really quite enjoyable.
Do you know the white or cream or whatever colour suit it was had no pockets?
No,
because the ghost didn't need pockets, so they never put any on it. Dave Allen was originally offered the role of Jeff.
I can see that.
I could see it as well
because the guy they've got looks, Mike Pratt. Yeah, he looks a bit like Dave Allen.
Yeah.
Because Dave Allen, again, I love Dave Allen as a comedian. He was absolutely fantastic, but he also did a lot of documentary stuff. But he was a really, really good actor as well.
Yeah.
He was absolutely.
Yeah, I could have easily seen him in this part.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was a really, really good. It was a good program anyway. But I think he may well have added something to it as well because, as I say, he was just such a likeable fellow and everything. But yeah, I was looking through the cast list for this one.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because I really, obviously Sorensen is Frank Windsor.
Yes.
Who was really, really famous, and I knew that I'd seen him in loads of things, and I couldn't think what.
He'd been in Z-Cars and stuff.
Z-Cars and Softly were the big ones. He was massive at that time, or just.
And I think he appeared in lots of things on TV.
Yeah, he did. He was always in like anything that was with a face from TV in it, like that era's celebrity programs, which were things like the Generation Game and stuff like that, where they had somebody come out and do a charity thing or whatever. He was always in them. But also, Happy. It says Happy Lee here. I'm sure it was Misty Lee they called her.
I'm sure. I thought it was Misty as well. I've got Misty in my notes.
Yeah, but here in the cast list, it's Dolores Martinez. It's Happy Lee. But I recognised her and I couldn't think where from. But she was in UFO.
Oh, was she? Yeah, right.
Yeah, she was in every episode of UFO.
Oh, she went on to better things.
Yeah.
Was she on the submarine?
I have no idea.
The submarine's outfit for the women were very good.
Oh, right, okay.
String vests and nothing else.
No,
that's the future for you.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I may well have to rectify that in the next day or two. But no, I don't remember that at all. But also the Beatnik.
Yes, he was the most famous one.
Yeah, was Harris in Porridge.
Yeah.
But he was in everything as well.
He was also Indiana Jones and
yes, he was
Stark.
He was in all of the John Landis films.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything, because he was so distinctive looking.
Yeah, you remember the SS Commander with the coat hook? That's him.
Yeah,
He's
I know.
the Phoenix in this.
I know.
And his face, as soon as it come up, I know you, you're bad.
Yeah, last time I saw your face, it was melting.
Of course, he was bad in Porridge as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was the snide. He was the one that ripped off Blanco, David Jason.
Yeah.
Because he took all his stuff off him, didn't he? But he was a real greasy, slimy.
Well, you know, David Jason's first appearance on TV is in Randall and Hopkirk.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It all comes round.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they only have a small pool of actors, I guess.
It was the bill of its day. But yeah, no, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. But also, I noticed on the cast list, and I had no idea, but there's one person that's uncredited.
Yeah.
Who was just like a passerby, and he was a passerby in a couple of shots. But it was a guy called Harry Fielder, who was a massive bit part actor. He knew loads of people, and William Roach out of Coronation, who's Ken Barlow in Coronation Street, encouraged him to become a member of the Extras Union. So he got his equity card and everything like that, and he's got thousands and thousands of credits. But he retired in the late 90s, and he worked at the garden centre in Hemel.
Oh,
and he still lives in Watford.
Oh, right, does he?
Yeah. So
local boy made good.
Well, he wasn't local.
And he didn't make that
when it all went belly up. Yeah. He ended up in Hemel. But yeah, so. I say he's probably served me at some point.
Yeah.
Give me some bedding plants. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's good, wasn't it?
It was good.
Entertaining.
It was, and again, it is so striking.
Yeah.
The picture quality.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, you were watching on phone, so.
Yeah, but even so, everything was really, really sharp.
Yeah, and the sound.
Yeah, everything was really weird. Everything was very, very good. I really enjoyed it.
It was not a chore to watch, was it?
No, it wasn't hard to watch at all.
It's not Super Train.
No.
So you have to always compare to the.
I was going to say, yeah.
You've seen.
It's sort of like set a low benchmark.
Yeah. Everything else is better than Super Train.
Yeah.
Until it isn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, yes. There's plenty of time.
What would you score this out of a nice 10?
Out of 10, I would say 7.
7.
I could give it an 8, but I think 8 would be pushing it to a bit too far.
Yeah, I think 7 as well. I think if it was a better story.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it was rushed, obviously, because they've got all this in like 45, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
They've got this story, they've done it, you know. It's not a two-parter, it's not. It could have been, easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the trouble is, when it came out, it had low ratings, so that's why they only got the year out of it.
It does.
Boggles the mind. Boggles.
It does, but
when you see what programmes did last.
But also the thing is, at the time, again, I watch all these programmes. Things like Dave Allen. I watched a biography on him not that long ago.
Yeah, it's quite recent, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've got it recorded as well. So because I think I had to watch it in bits. So at some point I will go back and watch it again. But it was saying about they used to commission absolutely everything.
Yes.
Everything used to get made.
There was none of this, no. Maybe we will make. No, we're doing it.
Yeah. They used to commission absolutely everything, and then things that worked, like they had these, like the focus panels.
Yeah.
But things that worked got remade. Things that didn't.
Yeah.
But it was only really the BBC were the only ones that used to destroy tapes.
Oh yeah, they used to just record over them.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at some of the programmes that have been lost because, I don't know. Well, I didn't think you could reuse the tapes.
No, but obviously you can because they did.
Yeah.
They scrubbed them.
Well, that's the only apparent reason that I can see for them actually getting rid of anything, because otherwise,
Yeah.
You know, you think if they said, "Oh no, they've deteriorated while they've been in storage," you think, "Oh, that's one thing."
That's what had happened.
No, we
isn't it?
wiped it.
Yeah, we wiped it.
Why?
Loads of Doctor Who's, of course, got wiped.
Yeah.
I mean, but then you got Peter Cook and Dudley Moore.
Yeah.
Their early stuff.
It's all gone.
All gone.
Yeah, I know. It's absolutely incredible.
I mean, there's still some recordings, voice recordings and stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because they used to do the Pete and Dud, but they also used to do Derek and Clive.
That's it. Yeah.
And Derek and Clive still survives. Which is is really good. But yeah, a lot of the stuff then. Just
I could have seen them in this.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That would have been brilliant in it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you imagine how, because they used to be terrible for trying to corpse each other.
Yes, they did.
Peter
They
Cook
would stop,
especially, because Dud would eventually crack, whereas Peter Cook was pretty. He was pretty sort of like steel-like in that he could resist quite a lot.
Yes,
he did used to go occasionally, but Dudley Moore used to be was constantly on the edge. Like the amount of times you see him trying to eat things and that to stop himself laughing.
Now, Michael Pratt, who played Jeff, is no longer with us. No. He went in 74.
I know.
So he's quite young. He was in his 40s, I believe.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think, he looked quite old.
Yeah.
But I know that I know obviously he wasn't. So I would imagine at that time he was about 40.
Yeah.
But
it weren't far off,
No, but a few of them have gone. I mean, there was.
But Kenny Coop, who played Hopkirk, he's still around.
Yeah, he's still on telly.
And he was on Coronation Street a little while ago, like 2009.
Oh, was it?
He had a recurring part in that. You wouldn't recognise him now from this.
No. But the thing is, if you see him now, if you saw him when I remember him a lot, which was probably mid to late 2000s, he was on so many different programmes.
Oh, he's appeared in everything.
And he's got a really familiar face.
Yeah.
Really.
And it's the white suit gives him away.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the wind breath.
Yeah. And Jeannie, she's still around as well.
Yes, she is. But yeah, no, as I say, at the end, it was a very good programme. I enjoyed it.
So you know what I've got lined up for you next time, don't you?
What's that?
I've got Randall and Hopkirk to see lined up for you.
Oh,
Vic and Bob.
That's all right. I quite like Vic and Bob.
Oh, well, you wait till you watch this.
Oh, really? Well, I not like Vic and Bob.
Well, you know they're well known for their acting abilities.
No.
You should see.
Vic and Bob are Vic and Bob being somebody else.
Wooden is a word you will find coming out.
Okay, right. It's not the same episode, is it?
Well, it's the first episode.
Right.
But it's a different story. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're all right there.
No, that's all right then.
Because this was I think it's 2009 remake. Maybe?
Yeah, I was going to say it's not that long ago. I didn't watch it.
No one did.
No. Did it start off as a thing for like a one-off?
I think it may have done, yeah.
Like a Red Nose Day or something like that.
I'm not sure it was that, but it was done as like a special for Sky or someone. They recommissioned it as a one-off. Oh, let's see if this would work.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, because I know that they went through a phase where they did things like that, didn't they? They did... I'm trying to think of the others that were in the series, but they did somebody say... I'm sure it wasn't, but somebody like Steve Coogan did Tony Hancock.
Yes.
Like a Hancock half hour, something like that. It was, and I'm sure it was part of that they did one for. I vaguely remember.
Oh, it could have been BBC Two actually. Now I think about it.
It could have been, yeah.
I think it was, a BBC Two.
Like the Light programme or something like that. Yeah. Oh right, okay. No, that's all right then.
It went to series though. So.
Yeah. I do remember it being around. That's why when you first sent it through, and I laughingly sent back, not Vic and Bob, and he said no, but I have got Vic and Bob.
Oh, my completionist is. If they've done a remake, usually
absolutely,
There's a few remakes I haven't been able to do yet, but
no. Okay. No, I'm always up for a good programme.
And this as well.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm also up for some really, really awful programmes.
If only you could bring Supertrain back.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Vic and Bob do Supertrain.
That would be excellent.
Define excellent. But no, that, let's say, I enjoyed this one.
Yes.
I shall look forward to Vic and Bob.
You just say it now.
Yeah, it's easy to say now.
But listen,